We've made it. What? I was just being honest, says somebody somewhere. That's the way back to the Tempest. Let's see here. Whoa! Nexus HNS. Just a bunch of news? I've never seen this one before. Gene Garson mourned. Residents are still mourning the loss of Gene Garson. The initiative founder was killed when the Nexus hit the Scourge. An official tribute is planned, though director Gerentan has provided few details so far. Without Gene, we wouldn't be here, he said. But now that we are here, we need to focus on surviving before we can celebrate. Unified curriculum stalled. Species are at odds as talks break down over a unified curriculum for initiative kids. The Asari say they'll want it out until demands are met. They'll wait it out until demands are met. Get it? Because the Asari are really, they live forever practically, so they're going to be kids for like the next 200 years. Sun lamp reprieve coming. A ray of hope for sleep-starved residents. Maintenance begins on malfunctioning sun lamps, causing unending daylight in some Nexus quarters. Workers lost to space. A worker was lost to space during the repairs in Nexus Hall. The victim's name has been withheld until next of kin in the Milky Way is notified. What? What? They're not going to tell anyone who the person... What? So, what? That doesn't make any sense. That's crazy. A worker on the Nexus Hall was lost to space, and they're not going to tell anyone who it was until his next of kin in the Milky Way are notified. One, we've never established a way of talking to the Milky Way, as far as, like, supposedly we don't have any connection, but also, like, depending on who, unless it's specifically Krogan or Asari, like, the next of kin would be so dead for so many generations by now. Illness baffles experts. A violent illness to cherry-like fruit brought back from Habitat 7 has authorities baffled. Multiple passengers are still in quarantine. That reminds me, I need to go back to and deliver weird alien hops to that bar so we can poison more people. Top scientists have few answers as the dark energy anomaly known as the Scourge limits travel and communication in the cluster. Contact attempts ongoing. Authorities continue to work to establish contact with their Milky Way descendants. As of now, beacons confirming arrival in Helios remain unanswered. So we are trying to communicate with Milky Way. So there must be an actual quantum entangled device then. And this is where it comes up? You think that'd be like a really primary plot, like a really, really primary plot point? I just can't help but think that because if we can't contact the Milky Way, that should be in a major cutscene, because that should be like, oh no, what's going wrong? Because like, if we have a tether back to them via quantum entanglement communicator, then the first thing we should be trying to do is establish some sort of connection with our home. And the revelation that we're alone in space, like truly alone in space, and we can never talk to the Milky Way again because something has gone wrong, be it the communicator dying or, you know, maybe everyone in the Milky Way is dead because of Reapers or something. That would be a huge gut punch. Like that you want to work up drama and make an interesting story, have all of the characters react to the revelation that apparently we can't talk to the Milky Way. But the first I'm hearing about the Milky Way connection thing is an obscure terminal I've probably walked past several times. That seems non-ideal. That should be a major plot point that they work for drama to make this story more interesting. Because otherwise we're just having a happy-go-lucky, like, alien Pokemon collectathon where we make a bunch of people happy and collect friends while we terraform planets, and it's like a checklist game at the moment. So we're going to Eos. Prodromus founded. History is made after the initiative establishes Prodromus, its first outpost in Helios. The establishment of the Eos outpost follows two disastrous attempts that claim numerous lives. Even so, authorities say they're overwhelmed by applicants now hoping to settle the planet. I mean, it's the whole reason we came here. Even if it is scary. Vault uncovered. An expedition to Eos in the Pythias system has discovered a mysterious facility that our authorities are calling a vault. Though not much yet is known about the underground structure, it is believed to be remnant in origin. Noted Asari scientist Pelisaria Basali what we activated in the vault to drastically improve the atmosphere on Eos. Habitat 7. Pathfinder Alecs Ryder killed. The human Pathfinder has died. Alecs Ryder was killed after touching down on Habitat 7 in the Erickson system. Ryder's son has reportedly replaced him as Pathfinder, taking command of the Tempest in ongoing search for a home in Andromeda. Uprising investigation ongoing on Nexus. An ongoing investigation into an infamous uprising aboard the Nexus is centered on 2 alleged instigators, life support specialist Alecs Corvanis and an unnamed Asari engineer. Both crew members were said to be instrumental in keeping the Nexus viable after first contact with the Scourge before ultimately betraying Nexus leadership. Corvanis was killed by Nexus security forces. The engineer was exiled. Officials believe some individuals loyal to the mutineers remain on the Nexus. Eyes are everywhere, warned Initiative Director Jaron 10, and our eyes will not blink. Nexus rebuilds. Nexus work crews continued to make targeted repairs to systems and infrastructure after the station's devastating collision with a Scourge prompted an emergency wake-up on Helios. Oxygen and filtration levels have been stabilized, but conservation rules remain in effect until further notice. We've got a long road ahead of us, Initiative Director Jaron Tan said, but we'll get there if we stay civil and stick to protocol. EOS, alien tech warning. As more colonists land planet-side, Initiative officials do not recommend any interaction with the Remnant and Ket technology. Any civilians encountering alien tech should alert the nearest authorities and keep a safe distance. Hyperion, stasis glitch patched. All pods in the Hyperion are now functioning properly after a glitch woke dozens of colonists not yet scheduled to come out of stasis. The glitch reportedly scrambled the ship's manifest. Colonists woken up because the glitch have the option to return to their pods or take a job on the Nexus suited to their abilities. Who's going to want to go back to their pods? Alright, puzzling after Angaran reincarnation. Havarl. Milky Way scientists are scrambling to explain a phenomenon among Angara on Havarl that somehow allows them to recall memories of their dead ancestors. The Angara believe in reincarnation along family lines, a widely accepted theory among scientists that memories are somehow passed down generations, not unlike genetic traits in Earth species. They reacted to that information quickly, although I guess it would have taken me time to get here from where we were. So maybe the transmission gave time for them to react to that in advance. Now I'm paranoid that there's like other computers everywhere that I'm missing that have like updates like that on them, because I don't want to miss them.
I gave Prodromos the best start a Pathfinder could, but we can't predict everything. We just do our best.
Who am I talking to? What the fuck? Holy crap. How many voices are happening at the same time? Okay, I walked by people and there's all these conversations. I think I heard Tan on the intercom, but there's also like there's 2 or maybe even 3 intercom voices overlapping each other at once. I don't know. When they brag about this game having more dialogue than Mass Effect 2 and 3 combined, I don't know if that's really a good thing if it's going to be in that form of just a bunch of voices shouting all at once in every direction that I can't interpret because the subtitles only show... The subtitles just pick one arbitrary thing to show, and you can't tell which one it's showing, and it gets to be a mess. The good news is Jala's here, exactly how I hoped. And now I need to know how this turns out.
Pathfinder, thank you for arranging my access to the cultural center. There's so much to study here. It would take a lifetime.
I'd enjoy that. All the reading, history, science, culture. Get some snacks, settled into that corner over there.
No offense, but I'm starting with the Asari.
Oh, sure. But when you get to Elcor Hamlet, I want to know.
When you get to Elcor Hamlet. There's no Elcor. We don't have an Elcor hologram. They're not here. They're DLC, probably.
Pathfinder.
Oh, that's it? That's the payoff? Oh. I really thought that was going to go somewhere. Oh well. I guess we've acknowledged it, and that means we can move on. Where was the bar? That was like straight over here, right? Or down here? Hydroponics, and the Vortex. There we go. Yeah, we want to visit the Vortex bar. Probably nothing up here, actually. Unless I want to visit the tech... Ooh, question marks. I like question marks. Let's visit question marks. And question them. Maybe even mark them. It was right here? I do wonder who Pathfinder was talking to earlier. He responded to somebody, but I didn't know who they were talking to. Guess the question marks are gone. Or they just... Oh, they were just that? Huh. Question answered, I guess. Ta-da! Pathfinder. That's the kind of thing only I can pull off, because I'm the chosen Pathfinder man. I can find out where stairs go in the Nexus.
Why not?
He was already messing with it. Those look horrifying. Dutch will love them.
Oh, it's you.
Drinks are fizzing tonight.
That's it?
You again.
Hey there.
Nope, that's it. That's it. You just bring it back and it's over. Huh. I thought we'd have some sort of unique drinking scene for each one to sort of pay off the fact that you went after him. It's fine. Got a decent number of people to check in on. So I had to figure out how to get, I had to figure out how I'm gonna get my... Where is it? Relationships. Not dead yet. Turian Arc. Yeah, sure. Name Costa. Outpost Worlds. No. Movie night. Where's movie night? Secret Project. That's Vold. We're not going there yet. We have an email from Cora to read. I gotta do that. That's about the Asari arc. And of course, there's the family secrets thing. There are so many quests hiding here. Hitting rocks for science. Still happy, relatively happy about that quest's name. Let's see. Holy, I don't... Am I missing something? I'm looking for the movie night quest. So I know, so I can figure out where to go for movie night. Or is it completed now? Because I went back to the system. There's like... I don't know if there's really a way to find a there's like, I don't know if there's a reliable way to find a specific quest when you just have it in mind, but you don't know what category it's under. Because these are not it. But it was a quest, right? I could have sworn it was just a quest like a moment ago. Are you a Nexus quest? No. A Tempest quest? Movie night, Tempest. Okay. We have too many categories, man. It's not a Liam Costa quest. It's not a relationship quest, even though it's about you hanging out with your crew. It's a Tempest quest. You go to Helios assignments, then Tempest to find movie night. Why not? Alright, how do I download my movies? You go to operations. Alright. I'm sure I'll have a lot to do in operations regardless. So this is fitting enough. Yeah, this is something that, BioWare usually struggles with, is quest logs. It's been a while, but I feel like I remember Inquisition figuring this out. I think they had like a main mission section, a side quest section, and then like a collectible section. Like, go click on minerals for 12 hours was like its own section. And that made sense. But this one has like a really weird arbitrary way of delineating where things go, which just means you end up searching for stuff as opposed to sorting stuff, which is the opposite of what your goal is usually in a quest log. There we go. Congratulations, Liam, you have a movie now. Let's head back to... There's bound to be something else around here, right? Ah. Because that's just saying to go back for that. Let's see. Alright. If nothing else, I can at least spend my arc point up here. That's the wrong way. Let's see. If I want to read my email to Cora, can I do that on this ship, or do I have to go back to my ship? Because there's so many terminals, but they're not really named accordingly to whether or not the terminal is a catch everybody terminal versus like a... Like, is it your terminal, or the news terminal, or the other type of terminal, and so on. One reward to collect. Munitions. Okay. Got it. Extra consumable slot, bonus experience from encounters. Hidden caches around stations. Tech materials would be nice. I think I want tech materials, partly. More credits for Apex missions. Do not care, to be honest. Yeah, tech material seems to be the way to go. Just generally, I feel like I want a series of different materials just to help out my crafting abilities. Although inventory capacity wouldn't hurt, just to avoid running out of space. Let's go with minerals. I want to have minerals coming in periodically. There we go. Because I need those for crafting, and running out of them would be a bummer. All right, hey, Addison, any update?
Yes, Pathfinder?
All right.
Director Addison?
Pathfinder.
Maybe if I talk to Tan? I figure someone's got to have like a direct reaction to the fact that we made alien contact. That's like one of our big things to try to do. Hey, Cora.
Tan likes to think he's keeping an eye on us. Works both ways.
Sure. So I gotta read your email, but can we just talk about it instead?
This is how all those worlds look from the Nexus. We forget how beautiful they are. Hi, Ryder.
The answer's no. I have to go talk to a computer first, then I can talk to her.
Lieutenant Cash reminds everyone, all power when adjustments.
Congratulations are in order. Peaceful contact with the Angara. It's everything the initiative stands for.
Given how the Kett are treating us, we can't afford any more enemies.
I'm not sure we can afford any. We are not equipped for war. In the meantime, I am eager to forge diplomatic ties with the Angaran people. We need any allies we can get. Did you have some other business?
That's all. Thanks for your time.
My pleasure. I see great things in our future.
Yeah, it's brief, but at least we acknowledged it. I think that's about all we can do here. I'm gonna take a moment to just scan through my quest log to make sense of it and figure out anything I can do around here, because it takes a while just to page through it all. Person's labeled as a hopeful citizen.
Pathfinder, I hear the Angaran planet Aya is a paradise. We finally found a lush world. When do we start moving in?
These things take time. There's not much room on Aya, and we're still proving ourselves to them. But we need to find lush planets of our own. For all of us.
True. But hey, at least now we know one exists, right? I know you'll do it. Keep up the good work, Pathfinder.
It's something at least, and yeah, they should have room for like a few tens of thousands of people for a whole planet, but doesn't mean they'll want us to move in necessarily. So we should have a new SAM node to check in on.
Ryder, one of your father's memories is available.
By the way, our poor sibling at this point, like, we've gotten so far that we've had boots on ground, we've made alien contact with multiple different aliens, we've terraformed multiple planets. She still hasn't even woken up yet. Just completely excluded from the adventure so far.
Let's see it.
This memory is from when your parents returned to Earth, after your mother was diagnosed with her disease.
It's simple. We take Sam.
Who?
I named the AI, Simulated Adaptive Matrix. Sam. We use your research and interface Sam with an implant.
My work on biotic implants was yielding results, but this... I don't know.
What did the doctor say?
Alec,
What did he say?
it's getting worse.
There's your answer. This will work. Sam can fix you.
Alec, I'm not some war you have to win. You're not an N7 anymore.
That doesn't mean we...
They kicked you out of the Alliance for this.
We're talking about your life.
Alec, did you ever consider that maybe it's my time to go? I'm human. We die. It happens.
Ellen, please. Losing you is not an option. The kids aren't gonna lose their mother. God knows they never had a father.
Then give them one.
They just asked for a refund.
So can this Sam talk yet?
Hello, Ellen. Why did the tree go to the dentist? To get a root canal.
Humor algorithms. I can't seem to get the hang of it.
Or maybe it's the guy teaching them?
That felt so real. Mom was right there, alive.
It was the first time I met Ellen. My education on human mortality began that day. Your mother seemed prepared to die.
But Dad wasn't ready. Mom was just trying to prepare him.
Even though all human beings one day expire.
Yeah, but when it's someone you love, it's not that cut and dry.
I'm beginning to understand where your father's resolve came from. Private audio logs are now available in your father's quarters. I detect additional memories, but they are currently locked. They may yet hold answers.
Okay, I'll keep working on it. That's all for now.
Of course.
Makes you wonder if maybe he was just okay with dying, because he was like, I did all this to try to save my wife, that didn't work, and I guess we'll go to Andromeda. Oh, I gotta save my son and sacrifice myself, and I guess it's my time. Oh well. I wonder if he was just resigned and didn't really care at that point that much, and was just ready just to let it happen.
Your father's personal logs.
Give me that, Alec. We've heard enough of you talking. Right. So, here's the irony. My research on biotic implants and EZO caused this stupid disease. But maybe it'll save me, too.
No maybe about it.
Hey, this is my secret log. Anyway, the right type of implant, joined with the right type of AI, could actually bolster human physiology. Even as the disease is trying to kill me, the implant and Sam are counteracting it, keeping things balanced. Result? I get to hang around a little longer. Maybe collect on all those anniversary dinners this guy owes me.
As a Quarian and historian, how do you view your people's reaction to the Geth?
Well, we banned artificial intelligence, which was understandable, but that was taking a hammer to a rather delicate nail.
Which was what?
The very thing that sparked the revolt. The first Geth who asked us, Creator, does this unit have a soul? But how could it have a soul? Geth had no meaningful perceptions of the world or diversity of experiences we take for granted. Worse, the Geth saw us as the Creator. The revolt was inevitable. We were their superiors, and they resented it.
Ryder, Barlavon says you're looking for me. It's not every day an XN7 looks for the Shadow Broker. Anything can be had, provided you can pay. Especially when the tech involves artificial intelligence. The Council will have specters all over my ass if they catch wind of this. Translation, I'll get you the code you want, but the price just doubled. If you try to renege, I've got people. People with guns.
Wait. They had connection with the Shadow Broker. Wouldn't that mean that Liara would know about this entire thing? Like, directly? Be completely aware at all times of the entire Andromeda initiative? Like, even if she didn't broker the deal her themselves, she had everything when she took over. That was the whole thing. That was the specific premise of the Shadow Broker, is that he was so cocky and confident in himself that there was no security measures anywhere. It's like, oh, if you're in this chamber for the Shadow Broker, you must be the Shadow Broker. Glyph literally couldn't tell anybody wasn't the Shadow Broker, because if you were in the Shadow Broker room, you must be the Shadow Broker. There was no passwords, no encryptions, just, oh, you're here. I guess you're the Shadow Broker. That's how she took over so easily. So that she would know about the Andromeda initiative, and she never mentions it? Strange. Because yeah, she makes a point to create the time capsule to basically try to save the next generation from the Reapers if you fail. And the idea that, oh, by the way, we also seeded another galaxy, and that's how our civilization lives on, would be kind of an important revelation at that point. You kind of open a can of worms if you start introducing the Shadow Broker to the story because of what the original trilogy did with that character. Alright, let's check the local terminal then for Cora. Oh, a lot going on here, wow. Okay. From Cora to Ryder. Ryder. There's a report of Asari refugees on Eos. They made it. Might know about their arc, too. Let's talk when you're free. Acknowledged. Maybe not archived that quite yet. From Benedict Geffen to Ryder. Pathfinder team, the Nexus has approved the request of a multidisciplinary team to be posted on Havarl, Habitat 3, to assist the Angaran efforts. These people. Dr. Hawkins, McIntyre, Zarek, Sane, Cassian, Farley Barra, Cody Holdren. So they're various expertise. Both Angara and Nexus teams have expressed interesting... what? Oh, it's a typo. There we go. I'm like, what am I reading right now? So it's supposed to say that they have expressed interest in having the Pathfinder visit Havarl again to observe cross-cultural efforts, and instead of interesting, which is what it does say. Okay. Making contacts. From Liam to Ryder. Oh, guess I might as well just remove that, actually. Yeah, acknowledge and mark... Oops, I marked all as red. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. From Liam to Ryder, heads up, first thing I did after Aya, figure out who to really talk to, because we all know, the ones in charge, they're not on the ground. Jal has some pointers, and I got some names from smaller Angarian colonies. It'll be a while before they trust us, but it's all about exposure. Saw it at the time in crisis response, especially post-combat zones. Low Consul Verand, if you see any messages from her, it's just me reaching out. Costa. Liam has included a list of media themed to First Contact. Genres include hard science fiction and an Asari vid about first contact with humanity titled How They Must See Us. Balanced diet from Lexi to Ryder. Ryder, as part of overseeing the crew's physical and mental welfare, I thought I'd send along the following tips for a balanced diet. Given the large amounts of exercise you partake in each day, it's important that your body receives the nutrients it needs. Carbs, fruit, protein, fats, the usual. Alright. What is this? Is this a new one? From Ryder to Jal, Pathfinder, Ryder of the Human Initiative. I've heard privately from Ephra, the leader of the Resistance. He's very impressed that you were able to help our scientists on Havarl, and I've made sure that he knows that you played a key role. Maybe he's already said these things to you, but if I know Ephra, he probably hasn't. As for me, I've learned a lot about trust. Being on this team, letting myself to be open and trusting you and others. I've learned that trust is more of a feeling than a science, and it seems like it is a universal truth. Universal, get it? I'll try to be even more truthful in the future. This assignment might change my life. Good night, Jel. From Liam to Ryder. Still a home, even if not ours. Proud of Havarl. I mean, sure, living there wouldn't have been fun, or would have been fun, but that planet is one pterodactyl away from a Jurassic fun fair. But what we did for the Angara will go a long way to making us good neighbors. We need that, especially with the Scourge restricting the neighborhood. Security is training up on what the locals know about local fauna. Outpost or not, Havarl helps. Costa. Liam has included a list of media themed to community. Genres include centuries-old situation comedies and documentaries about research partnerships, also a musical about a man-eating plant. Oh. Little Shop of Horrors. Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. I'll get rid of this. I'm gonna go talk to Cora, like, right now, I think. Alright. It's almost like running a YouTube channel and getting a constant torrent of emails all the time. What? Contact Edison from Havarl specifically, as opposed to just talking to them. I was just talking to them a second ago, but I have to do it when I'm on Havarl?
Its own kind of thrill. Still not playing with you.
I'll play.
Really? Gambling doesn't seem like your style.
Why? Because I have more degrees than you have fingers.
Oh, shots fired. Alright, Doc. You're on.
When I was getting on the ship, they said that, Gil wants me to check in. I should remember to do that.
Did you hear the news from Eos? Asari refugees showed up at the outpost. Only a few, but that's better than none. Bradley says there's an officer in charge, Daria. She could know where the Ark is.
We'll head to Eos and see what she knows.
Good. Rumor says Sarissa Theris was on the Asari Ark. Exactly who we need.
Who's she?
Probably the best commando strategist alive. Her biotic shields saved hundreds at the Battle of Kirkus. Apparently, Sarissa's acting as bodyguard to the Asari Pathfinder. She's probably got a plan out of this mess already.
Well, someone's a fan.
No, I just like... Look, we need someone with her experience, that's all.
I'll take someone with that much experience. Another reason to find the Ark.
When you're ready to look, we can catch Daria at Prodromos. Wouldn't mind tagging along.
Alright, try to remember to bring her with me. Or it'll be real awkward when I don't. Oh, we had a loading screen. Hey, PB, if I talk to you, are you gonna freak out again with your weird animation?
Your ship's layout confuses me.
Bridges 4, engine rooms aft, med bay starboard. Smart stuff up front, powers them back.
That helps.
You guys get around.
Ah, there you are. Gotcha.
Do I need to get Lexi to do a psych review?
Maybe. People have been telling me I'm crazy my whole life. Just dealing with some scourge issues. That Archon fella tried to warn you not to joyride into it, but you were just la la la. It was an act first, think later move. I respect it. Well, more like I resemble it. Hey, you play poker?
Come again?
Poker. Card game with bluffing, betting. It's an age-old measuring stick of a person's character, fortitude, guts. Used to think maybe it was my calling. Turns out I'm just good at it. Never lost heads up. We should play sometime.
This guy's weirding me out. Like, nobody... I don't think anyone else even on the ship quite acts like he does. Every single time I talk to him, he makes a point to specifically explain to me how impulsive he is. Like, he describes his personality every time we talk to him, and it's like, that's... No, just have a personality. You don't need to explain it every time. It starts getting weird at some point when you keep explaining to me that you're impulsive every time we talk.
Willing to put your streak on the line?
Huh. I'll risk it. Next time we port up and you're in the mood, I'm always in the mood.
He's always like, I'm not drawing connections and I'm not getting tied down. I just do what I feel, always doing what I feel. People have been calling me crazy my whole life. I can respect that whole act first, think later thing you did, because I respect that. Well, actually, I resemble that. Get it? I'm impulsive. Have I explained that 17 times yet in all of the dialogue I've had so far? His two traits are guy who is engineer, guy who is impulsive, and then he loops those two things over and over again. Now we have the third trait, which I guess is poker?
The Angara were super curious about the ship. A few were pretty bold. Asked me questions.
What do you make of them?
They know their shit. Quick-minded, sharp. They'll make good allies.
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
I single him out just because no one else really acts that way. Like, there's things to talk about with this game and on a number of levels and of quality going up and down and various things in the writing, but at the very least, the other members of our crew don't actively tell me what their character traits are when I talk to them, because that's weird. How are strike teams going? Slightly nightmarish? Let's see, debriefing. Success! That 22,000 experience. It's almost incomprehensible at that point. No! We got ourselves a failure. It's fine. I now have enough to buy a new strike team, I believe. 120? Yep. That means I can send them out for more. I'll probably start buying... Whoa, that's a weird-looking Turian over there. Weird. I've never seen a Turian that looks like a pug before. Alright, yeah, I've been buying new teams periodically with the hope of getting more resources more quickly, but I probably want to start getting them upgrades soon, because you can... Not traits, but you can go in and go into a equip team, and you can buy equipment for them to augment their stats. Main thing though is look at all these loot boxes. This is the fastest you can open them. The fastest you can. There's no open all. Whew, boy. This might take a while. Alright, so they've added a skip the teleport thing when you... sorry, not teleport. When you travel on the galaxy map, they've added the ability to skip that animation. Next thing to add is a loot all button for the Pathfinder rewards list, or at least loot stack. Unless you're planning on making a whole bunch of separate files constantly, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't just grab everything. There we go. What did I get? All those monies, and those monies, and those monies. Graphite, copper, iron, other stuff. Research data. More research data. They don't combine them. Wow. Almost a weird number of free weapons, actually. Neat. Now all of my, yeah, research data is at 400, 10, 40, and 1320. That's getting up fast. There we go. Wait. Is this as amazing as it sounds? Shield oscillator. You put it in your weapon or chest. If it's in your weapon, then when your clip empties, you restore 25% of shields. Or in chest, when you kill an enemy, you restore 25% of shields. If I put it in a weapon that only fires one shot at a time, then doesn't that mean every time I shoot somebody I'm getting bonus shields back? That sounds kind of awesome, especially since popping out to shoot somebody with a sniper rifle would likely lead to me getting shot. Changes weapon fire type to energy beam. These options are all over the place. I want the shield oscillator, that could be neat. Let's grab that. Or get the research for it, I mean. There we go. That's a really weird one. Shield sensors. If you put it in your weapon... If you put it in your weapon, you have a 25% chance of gaining half of your clip ammo when your shields are broken. And when it's chest, you have a 25% chance of recovering 10% of your health when shields are broken. It's only a 1 in 4 chance, which is not amazing, especially for the health, but if your shields are broken, it restores your ammo. That's bizarre. These are really bizarre correlations to make between disparate mechanics. Supplemental life support. It seems to suggest that it helps the nomad survive better in extreme environments. So I'm going to try grabbing that, since that seems like what we need in order to be able to explore better. But I'm not super clear on that. Probably won't regret it either way. Just grab stuff as we go.